Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel about, this one is going to be about reviewing the lovely trees of the jungle. First tree that we're going to start off with is this lovely guy right here. Very nice, very flat. I love how it just it goes from the bottom all the way to the top, and then at the top it just stops. And that's something that I really admire, because it really knows, when to stop. Nice thing about this tree also is just its blunt edges. If this weren't a real tree, you would think it weren't a real tree, honestly. I love how it just it feels like the kind of perfect tree to just go sit on top of. Like if I was not quite as fat as I am, I would just kind of go climb up there and look at the stars maybe. But, as it stands, I eat too much, and this tree eats too little. I give this one, this one's probably A tier, not B. I'll put it in B. Next tree that we're gonna go over is the bicycle tree. This one is actually native to the country of Belize. It's not seen super often, but they are found here pretty regularly. As you can see, it is exactly what it sounds like. It's the bicycle tree. Woo. This tree I'd probably put somewhere, I'd probably say C tier, because honestly it's not really that practical of a tree, to be honest. I mean, it doesn't really give too much to society, because people that ride bikes are... The what? Riding bikes. And then Kowalski as a bike tree brand, not really my favorite, because this video is actually sponsored by... insert brand here. Anyways, all that to say, it's probably C tier. I'd put it somewhere in C. It's not really my favorite tree. Next on the list, we have the ever so casual palm tree. Do you see? This one is just an actual classic. Whenever you think of a palm tree, you think of another palm tree. And this palm tree is, of course, the fan favorite to all the world as far as fruits go, coconut. Coconut is a world-renowned favorite fruit for a lot of people, especially in ice creams, on chocolate bars, toothpaste, shampoos. I would give this one, because it's a classic, I'll put it in B tier. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's just, it could be doing a little bit more. So let's do a touch review, because I haven't really done that on any of the rest of them, but the texture on it is pretty rough, pretty tough. Nice and sturdy. Ooh, but look at that. Can you see that? Look at that guy. Yeah. Yep. It's got an infestation. Yep. So that's why it's so low on the list. It's putting it in B tier. Yes, it's a classic, but it's seen better days. It's not really that great of a tree, to be fully honest with you. Now, the watermelon tree down there, that one's a good one. That one's S tier. And then of course we have the ever famous smaller palm tree. This one's A tier. This one's right up there. This one is the best. All the benefits of a palm tree with none of the parasites and none of the coconuts. So A tier. Absolute best. Then we have the alone tree way out there. You see him, he's all by himself. It's just kind of depressing, because he's just standing out there out in the middle of everything, thinking he's better than everyone else. I relate to this tree way too much. I'm putting this one in F tier. This one sucks. Then next we have this tree. This one is not actually a tree. B tier. Next we have just regular leafy tree. Kind of basic, kind of lame. We'll put that one C tier. Then next we have the dog tree. And apparently the fruit is very bountiful this year. I give this one S tier. This one is 100% S tier. Best tree. The next we have the folding chair tree. Those are actually also natural to Belize, just like the bike tree that we saw earlier. And now we have a special guest to give us his insider scoop on what he thinks of the folding chair tree.
Very interesting.
I wasn't talking about you.
I'm sorry.
I forgive you. Then we have lizard tree. He's not actually a tree, he's actually just a lizard. Come back here! I almost forgot this one. This one is the machete tree. This is actually, in Belize, it's very common for people to walk around with machetes, and this is actually where they get them. They get them from the machete tree. Also, unique to the Belizean habitat. Now we have a special guest who will tell us what his thoughts are on the machete tree. Thank you, appreciate it. We got this one right here. This one is just crazy. They say this is probably one of the oldest trees in the world. So old that it's fossilized and turned into metal, and now they use it as a 5G tower. F tier. The final tree on our tree review, we have the shirt tree. The shirt tree is only really worn by Keenan. He's kind of a weird guy, but that's okay. But I really love this tree, honestly, because of the color and just the vibrance of it. And honestly, it's just one of the best trees. But because I have all these other trees on the tier list, I haven't put anything in D tier, so this one goes in the D tier. This one is a really good tree, but it's going in the D tier. What do you have to say?
Look at this shea butter. That shea butter.
We have a new tree for the tier list, actually. This one is kind of a wild one that I just came across. This one is the Coca-Cola tree. Actually, these are natural to Belize, and actually most Coca-Cola comes from Belize. They go right off of the tree, kind of like this one. This one is not a very big tree. As you can see, it's not really growing that many Coca-Colas, but come this time in like, I don't know, 10 or so years, this tree is gonna be full of these things. It's kind of crazy, actually. This one, I'm gonna go ahead and put that one on B tier, I would say. Actually, this one probably go up to A tier, just because of how beneficial it is. Now, to hear a word from our very special guest, this is Nate, on what he thinks about the Coca-Cola tree.
It's a myth.
But
It's a myth.